How is IRS tax debt allocated in Chicago divorce? Hi, Raiford Palmer, STG Divorce Law. This one, a question from a TikTok follower. Thank you and shout out to all those folks on TikTok following me. Hopefully they don't cancel the platform because I love you out there. The question here is, there's a tax debt from the IRS, and in the divorce, the tax debt is allocated to one spouse, or let's just say the ex-husband, and that person's supposed to pay it according to the divorce judgment. But the IRS is coming after the wife, the former wife in that case. Why? How is that possible, and what do we do about that? Well, the important thing to know is the IRS, the federal government, is not bound by any state divorce court judgment. A state judge can't tell a federal agency what to do. Tax debts are owed jointly by the spouses, and the IRS doesn't care what your divorce judgment says. So unfortunately, that ex-wife in that case is going to have to deal with the IRS and work things out with them. And it's not going to be good enough to just point to the ex and say, well, I have this divorce judgment that says they have to pay. Then the ex-wife is going to need to cover whatever the IRS wants and get that taken care of. Now, when that's resolved, they can take that, or they can take it now to the divorce court, and in the divorce court point to the ex-husband and say, hey, they should be paying this. They're failing to pay the IRS. And now the IRS is coming after me, and the state judge can help with that situation and probably will sanction or punish the ex-husband for failing to pay the IRS, therefore having the IRS come after the ex-wife. So remember, federal government doesn't have to do what a state judge says. There's a part of our law is that there's a separation between federal and state, and the federal government's going to do whatever it wants to do. And whatever the state court says about allocating a debt is going to just deal with people but in the divorce. This is also similar with like credit card debts, where there's a joint credit card debt and the judge allocates the joint debt to one person. You're not going to be able to tell Visa to go to the other person. If they come after you, that's just the way it is. Your remedy is to go back to the divorce court and have the other person cover that expense. Thanks for the question. I'm Raiford Palmer, STG Divorce Law.